What's up everyone, and welcome back to another video here on Broken Outdoors. And today we're going to be setting up my brand new Mathew V3X 33. I have it in the granite color. I'm shooting 75 pounds at 28.5-inch draw. For my sight, I'm shooting the Tetra. It is going to slide through the riser. I'll talk about that more later. It is integrated. It's a single pin. Then I've got the Mathew's integrated QAD rest. A lot more about that later too. I'm running Bee Stinger stabilizers, front and rear stabilizer. And I'm super excited, so let's go ahead and get started. Alrighty guys, so the first thing we will install is our rest. I gotta take this little cover off, and then it'll actually go right here for the integrated. So let me get that cover off real quick. Okay, so I just got that cover off, and you can see there's this guide in here. That's actually what will go in this little groove, and that is for the micro adjust. It helps it slide up and down. So I'm gonna unscrew that guide, and there's actually, it's gonna be hard to see, but there's actually a line right there that this will line up with that arrow. That white arrow will line up with that line, and that should be 100% zero with these Mathew's bows. So I'm gonna go ahead and unscrew that, and that's going to be the guide that travels up and down for the micro adjust. So I'm lining up that white arrow with that little mark. That should be 100% center on these Mathew's bows. Okay, so I have that guide slider back in, and then I'm going to put that cover back on, and that's really what's going to hold it in place. That little pin is just for that micro adjust when you dial it right here when you need a paper tune or a broadhead tune. And then you can also see, here, I'll try to get you closer. You can also see that white arrow is right in line with that pin, that hole, and it's right at zero, right where it should be. To plug with this little rubber plug, I'm plugging my screw hole where a normal rest would go that's not integrated. So I'm covering up that like silver shiny thing. Okay, so we have our rest put in. I'm not tying the D-loop. I'll put in my peep sight before I tie my D-loop. Just so that string does not twist on me and I don't get peep rotation. The next thing I'm going to do is put on my sight. This is where the new Mathews come in handy. It's bridge lock technology, so I have this little set screw that will actually screw in right here. Same thing with my rest. Normally they stick off to the left and you have a lot of weight on that left, but this makes everything perfectly in line. I'm running my sight out as far out as it can go because I want the most magnification I can get when I'm leaning a little bit to the left or a little bit to the right. The further that sight out is, the more I'll see it in my bubble. It'll make me more accurate in my longer distance shots. I will lose a little bit of range, but if I don't have accuracy, I won't be able to shoot out that far. So I got the sight in and the rest in. The next thing is going to be my peep. Okay, so I have my bow on the press here, and I'm going to do two things. I'm going to put in my peep, which is a 3/16 Hamsky peep. So I'm going to put in my peep, and then I'm also tying in my QAD cable for my rest into my down cable, which will bring my rest up when I draw back. So this blue marker that I just took out is in the center of the string. So that's directly in the center. Then I'm putting in the peep. right in the middle. So the peep's in. Now the only thing I need to do is put in my QAD rest cable into my down cable. There we go. Now the next step is I need to tie my D-loop and then tie in my peep, and then we can get to shooting. So I'm going to be tying my D-loop here. I tied in my peep. I didn't film that because that's kind of boring. I'm going to be tying my D-loop, and the first step into tying your D-loop is you want to make sure the bow's level. So I have this leveler. Alright, so once you put your arrow in, you want to slide that up until it gets to be about right in that middle level. And then you want to take, this is serving that you use to tie in a peep. I'm going to tie my knock points in. So once I find my level, down. There we go. A little bit more down. There we go. Sometimes it can be tricky. You want to make sure that arrow is 100% level. Right there. Then I'm just going to tie 2 half-hitch knots. That'll be my top one. And then I'll do the same thing on the bottom. And I'll leave a little bit of play in there, just so that way I don't get knock pinch when I'm at full draw. Okay, so I have my knock points in. I'm just going to cut and burn those. And then I'll put in my D-loop. Now it does have a little bit of play, like I said, so I don't get that knock pinch when I'm at full draw. Now to tie my D-loop, I'm just taking that end, flaring it out. I'll take my lighter. Burn that and mushroom that. And I'll go. So there's my first knot. Go around the string. There we go. Make sure that's nice and tight. Take my razor blade. Cut it, flare that out, burn that. Then I'll take my pliers, slide them in there, give that a good tug. Take my spreading tool, make sure my peep is in line with that. Give it a good pull. There we go. And that is my D-loop. Okay, so I just got done shooting in the range a little bit, and I adjusted my peep height, so now it should be good. And I'm just gonna tie it in, and then we'll paper tune. Alrighty, so I got like 10 minutes before the store opens here, so I'm just going to try to paper tune real quick. Hopefully I get a bullet hole on the first shot. I did tie my peep in, so everything is good and nice and snug. It's like a little bit high. This is where the micro adjust comes in handy. So I was a little bit high, so if you shoot high, then you need to raise your rest up. So I'm at 0 right now. I'm going to go 1 click above. There we go. Thought I jerked that second shot a little bit, and I did. So this was my first one, and then I moved it two clicks up, and then I felt like I twisted that shot a little bit because I got that weird tear there. And then for the 4 fletch, that's what you want for your bullet hole. So bullet hole really in 2 shots here, 3 if you count my mistake. That was all me, but that sucker is clean. Alrighty guys, so that's going to be it for this video. Hope you guys enjoyed watching me set up my first brand new bow. If you did, make sure you hit the like button and subscribe.